one person we spend 100% of our life with. Could you guess who? It's not your mom or your dad. It's not your sibling. And it's most definitely not your best friend. In fact, it's you. So, why are there still so many people who view spending alone as something that's terrifying, as something sad, and as something empty? The answer to that is relatively simple. It's mainly because we have the wrong idea of what being alone truly means. So, what does being alone mean? According to the dictionary, being alone means being without others' help, participation, or involvement. This means that when you are alone, you simply only have you, without other people to rely on, without other people to connect with. And on hindsight, this experience may seem sad, it may seem blank, and it may seem lonely. But being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, they are two completely different terms, and the key difference itself lies within their definition. Being alone is a physical fact, while as feeling lonely is a psychological experience or a feeling. Let's put it into this scenario. Everyone around you is busy. Thus, this leaves you to be all on your own. How would that make you feel? To some, it may feel silencing. It may feel as if you have no friends, as if there's nobody to be there for you. Now, that is the feeling of loneliness. But instead, if you feel content, if you think to yourself, oh, that's fine, then you're simply alone. This proves that when you are alone, you don't need to feel lonely. But this also works vice versa. When you are lonely, you don't have to be alone. You see, according to Gretchen Rubin, the Happiness Project, there are several types of loneliness. But in this talk, I will only group them to two. The first type of loneliness is the I have nobody lonely. And in this case, it's tied with being alone. You have nobody at all around you, or in simpler terms, you're isolated. You're separated from the world around you, and thus this leaves you to feel lonely. But then there's a second type of loneliness, the I have nobody in this crowd loneliness. This is the far more common case of loneliness, and it is not tied to being alone. Because you have a crowd, you have people around you, yet you still feel sad. You still feel disconnected, like entering a whole new environment, a whole new community. There are people around you, yet you aren't familiar with them, nor are they with you. This leads you to feel like you don't fit in, like you aren't seen, and this leads you to feel lonely. For most of us, I'm sure we all felt lonely, more specifically, the second type of loneliness. And this highlights something important, the fact that loneliness isn't tied to being alone. And once we separate the idea of loneliness and being alone, therefore, being alone doesn't seem like a bad idea, is it? It doesn't seem terrifying. You don't need to feel sad about it. You're just simply on your own. And in fact, being alone can become something valuable, can become something beneficial and meaningful to you. But how do we see it in that light? How do we realize that? How do we change our perspective on that? A way I did it was through a simple quote. Stop wasting your time chasing butterflies. They'll just fly away. But instead, build a beautiful garden. Then they'll come to you. And if they don't, at least you'll have a beautiful garden. Now, to me, this quote was about enjoying the company of yourself. But to do that, you'd have to love yourself first. You'd have to create a beautiful garden out of you first. Then, being alone would become something enjoyable. And on the plus side, people would spend time. They would enjoy spending time with you. And if they don't, you wouldn't mind as much because at the end, there's still someone to enjoy. There's still you. And when you love yourself, you live a happier and a healthier life. According to a study published in 2018, published by the Personality and Individual Differences, they reported that individuals who chose solitude, not forced it, they reported higher levels of creativity and lower stress. And when you spend time alone, it helps develop the prefrontal cortex of your brain, which is tied with focus, control, and decision making. And it also helps with clarity, with self recognition. It helps you to understand why you did this, why you acted this way. It helps you to understand you. When you're mentally well, when you can make better decisions, and when you understand yourself, this would also lead to establishing better and healthier relationships with the people around you. So, let me ask you one more time. Is being alone a terrifying experience? Is it something scary? Is it something worth avoiding? Or should we seek for it? Because being alone isn't the equivalent to feeling lonely. Being alone can help you to love yourself. Being alone can also help you to live a healthier life. So, through this talk, I want you to embrace the presence of nobody, to embrace the presence of you. Thank you.